Fighting Fate. How Ne Zha's journey inspires the underdog is not simply a catchy title, it is a manifesto, a cultural call to arms for those who have long felt marginalized by systems that seem preordained. In the sprawling canvas of Ne Zha 2025, every character, every relationship, and every seemingly small detail is imbued with meaning. This film takes the ancient myth and recasts it against the backdrop of our modern struggles, using symbolism as its primary language. At its core, the film revisits the age-old conflict between destiny and free will. Ne Zha, the rebellious hero whose cry of "I am the master of my own fate" once ignited the imaginations of countless viewers, is now portrayed with even deeper nuance. In this new chapter, his defiance is not just a rejection of celestial predestination, but a broader commentary on the nature of human agency in a world rife with predetermined roles. His struggle is emblematic of a society where many feel trapped by social hierarchies and institutional inertia. Ne Zha's battle is both personal and universal. He challenges the notion that one's path is fixed, inviting every underdog to question the very nature of destiny. His inner conflict, as he grapples with inherited burdens and the possibility of self-reinvention, serves as a potent metaphor for the modern fight against systemic oppression. Identity and self-discovery emerge as equally vital themes in Ne Zha 2025. For generations, Ne Zha has been labeled a demon, a symbol of chaos destined for destruction. Yet, in this film, his journey transcends such narrow definitions. His evolution from an outcast to a figure of empowerment is a testament to the power of self-acceptance. In a world where societal labels can be as confining as they are destructive, Ne Zha's transformation challenges us to look beyond externally imposed identities. The film invites viewers to consider that true self-worth comes from embracing one's multifaceted nature, even if it means reconciling seemingly contradictory qualities, demonic ferocity and divine benevolence, to forge a new, authentic identity. Family and sacrifice form the emotional backbone of the narrative. The relationship between Ne Zha and his parents, particularly his father Li Jing, is rendered with a complexity that resonates on multiple levels. Here, familial bonds are portrayed not as burdens, but as crucibles for personal growth. The sacrifices made by his parents, who give up much to protect and guide him, highlight the timeless conflict between duty and individual desire. Their actions, while steeped in tradition, also serve as a commentary on the changing nature of parental love in a society where personal ambition and systemic pressures increasingly collide. In this delicate interplay, the film poses critical questions about whether the sacrifices demanded by tradition empower or imprison the individual. Rebellion against authority is a central pillar of Ne Zha 2025. The film boldly portrays Ne Zha's defiance against the ancient celestial order, a metaphor for challenging oppressive structures in modern society. This rebellion is not portrayed as mere chaos. Rather, it is a carefully articulated critique of authority and governance. The film forces us to confront the paradox that the same systems which claim to preserve order are often the very ones that perpetuate exploitation and inequality. By standing up to these forces, Ne Zha embodies the hope of a generation that refuses to be cowed by power. Yet, his defiance is fraught with ambiguity. Is it an act of heroic liberation, or does it risk plunging society into further disorder? In its nuanced portrayal, the film refuses simplistic binaries, instead inviting a deeper exploration of the costs and responsibilities inherent in the fight against authoritarian structures. The film further challenges traditional notions of good versus evil. Ne Zha is depicted as a character who embodies both demonic and divine qualities, a living contradiction that mirrors the multifaceted nature of human existence. This duality blurs the conventional lines between heroism and villainy, suggesting that morality is not black and white, but a spectrum of complex shades. Supporting characters, including antagonists, are given their own backstories and moral dilemmas, thereby enriching the narrative and compelling the audience to grapple with the uncomfortable truth that in every act of defiance lies a seed of both destruction and hope. The moral ambiguity of the film forces viewers to re-examine their own judgments, questioning whether absolute good can exist without acknowledging the inevitability of struggle and compromise. Cultural reinterpretation is where Ne Zha 2025 truly shines. The film masterfully updates ancient Chinese mythology for the modern era, melding traditional aesthetics with contemporary themes. By integrating elements such as Sichuanese humor, digital-era symbolism, and the raw energy of modern youth, the film creates a rich tapestry that resonates with both local and global audiences. It does not merely retell a myth. It reimagines it, inviting viewers to see how old legends can be revitalized to speak to today's issues, be it the fight against systemic injustice, the struggle for personal identity, or the quest for a society that honors both individual creativity and collective well-being. The antagonist characters, both main and supporting, are equally compelling in their symbolism. While traditionally cast as mere obstacles to the hero, these figures are reinterpreted to represent the entrenched forces of power and exploitation. Their actions, though often brutal, are portrayed as the inevitable product of a system that has long neglected the underprivileged. In this light, the antagonists serve as both cautionary figures and tragic victims of an unyielding status quo. Their conflicts with Ne Zha highlight the paradox of authority. The structures meant to maintain order are themselves fraught with injustice, echoing the real-world struggles of disenfranchised communities. This nuanced depiction compels viewers to consider that the battle between good and evil is not a simple contest, but a complex interplay of historical, social, and economic forces. Political and social metaphors run deep throughout the film. The Dragon Clan's oppression, for instance, is a powerful symbol of ethnic marginalization and systemic neglect. Their plight mirrors the struggles of migrant workers and minority groups in today's society, those whose resources and dignity are continually undermined by the forces of centralized power. Likewise, elements like the Jade Void Palace and its dollar-like symbols evoke a critique of Western financial imperialism, suggesting that the structures of power, both ancient and modern, are built on the exploitation of the marginalized. Such imagery is not accidental. It is a deliberate provocation, a call for the underdog to recognize that the fight against oppression is both local and global. The film's political metaphors extend further to issues of immigration and systemic exclusion, with symbolic elements such as A.O. Bing's green token representing conditional acceptance in a world that often denies equality. Yet, even as it lays bare the injustices of the existing order, Ne Zha 2025 offers a vision of hope and resilience. At its heart, the film is a celebration of human agency. The journey of Ne Zha, fraught with internal conflict and external obstacles, is a stirring reminder that fate is not immutable. His defiance is a rallying cry for those who have long been silenced by systems of oppression. His transformation from a demonized outcast into a symbol of radical self-empowerment resonates deeply with audiences who see in his struggle a reflection of their own battles against societal marginalization. This narrative of resistance is particularly poignant for the youth, for whom the call to fight fate becomes a metaphor for challenging every unjust structure in their lives. The film's exploration of family dynamics further enriches its thematic tapestry. The sacrifices made by Ne Zha's parents, who defy celestial decrees in an attempt to secure his future, provide a powerful counterpoint to his rebellious journey. Their struggle is emblematic of the tensions between filial piety and individual freedom, a theme that resonates in a society where parental expectations often weigh heavily on the young. In portraying these familial bonds with both tenderness and conflict, the film redefines sacrifice not as a relic of an outdated tradition, but as a living, dynamic force that shapes one's destiny. What makes Ne Zha 2025 stand out in the global animation landscape is its refusal to offer easy answers. It challenges the binary notions of good versus evil, urging audiences to acknowledge that true change is messy and multifaceted. The film's refusal to paint its characters in stark black and white forces a more critical engagement with the nature of morality. In doing so, it speaks to a global audience that is increasingly skeptical of simplistic narratives and is hungry for stories that capture the complexity of modern life. This bold narrative is amplified by a sophisticated production design that fuses traditional Chinese art with state-of-the-art digital technology. The painstaking attention to detail in every frame, whether it is the raw, almost brutal depiction of battle scenes or the subtle interplay of light and shadow in quieter moments, serves as a testament to the filmmaker's commitment to both authenticity and innovation. Each visual motif, from shattered mirrors to blooming lotus flowers, operates as a metaphor for the cyclical nature of struggle and renewal, echoing the film's central message that hope, like a lotus, can bloom even in the murkiest of circumstances. Ne Zha 2025 carries profound societal implications. Its portrayal of individual rebellion against a predetermined fate is a powerful indictment of the systems that keep the underprivileged in perpetual subjugation. For those who feel trapped by economic disparity, bureaucratic inertia, or cultural marginalization, the film offers a message of empowerment. It reminds viewers that while the forces of tradition and authority may seem insurmountable, the potential for radical change lies within every act of defiance. In this way, the film serves as a beacon for social justice, a call for not only personal liberation but also collective action against entrenched power structures. The global reception of Ne Zha 2025 underscores its universal appeal. While the film is deeply rooted in Chinese mythology and cultural tradition, its themes, destiny versus free will, the quest for identity, the pain of marginalization, and the possibility of redemption, resonate with audiences around the world. Its box office success and record-breaking earnings signal that the narrative transcends geographic and cultural boundaries, affirming that stories of resistance and renewal are universally compelling. For international viewers, Ne Zha's journey is not just a myth retold. It is a mirror reflecting the eternal struggle of the human spirit to assert its own destiny in the face of overwhelming odds. The antagonistic forces, represented by celestial authorities and oppressive institutions, are depicted not merely as villains, but as products of a system that has long failed the marginalized. Their presence challenges the audience to question whether the existing order can ever be truly just, or if only a radical reimagining, one that dismantles corrupt hierarchies and redistributes power, is capable of forging a better future. This interrogation of authority is particularly resonant in an era marked by widespread distrust of traditional power structures and a growing demand for transparency and accountability. At the heart of Ne Zha 2025 is a call to redefine destiny. It posits that fate is not an unchangeable decree inscribed in the stars, but a narrative that is continuously written by those brave enough to challenge it. Ne Zha's journey, with its twists of defiance, sacrifice, and eventual hope, serves as a profound allegory for the modern underdog's struggle against systemic oppression. It is a story that champions the idea that even the most deeply ingrained hierarchies can be disrupted, not by force alone, but through a collective awakening and a reimagining of what is possible. For policymakers and social leaders, the film's message is clear. The structures that have long maintained inequity, be they economic, political, or cultural, must be reformed if society is to move toward true equality. For the disenfranchised, Ne Zha's story is a rallying cry, a reminder that change is possible when individuals unite to challenge the status quo. And for all of us, the film is a reminder that the journey toward a more just world is fraught with difficulty, but it is precisely through these struggles that we find the strength to redefine our destiny. Ne Zha 2025 is more than an animated film. It is a cultural exorcism of fate, a battle cry for the underdog, and a stirring meditation on the complex interplay between destiny, identity, and societal power. Its rich symbolism, intricate character dynamics, and innovative narrative structure invite us to look deeply into our own lives and question the forces that shape our existence. The film challenges us to see that the struggle for freedom is ongoing, that our collective defiance can transform even most oppressive systems, and that in the end, hope is not a passive state, but a powerful, dynamic force. Ne Zha's journey teaches us that our fate is not fixed, is something we continuously create, one bold, defiant choice at a time.